So it's Saturday, the 13th of January. How time's flying already in this month of the year, and I'm just messing about it as always. It's nice to have the sun out, because looking at the week's weather, it's looking pretty cloudy. I suppose what I could do, well, nobody's kicking in at the moment, because I suppose it's you lot are probably still in bed. Especially you, Glenn and Mandy. Oh, Martin's in again. He's a top man. Well done, Martin. So looking at the old picture there, it looks like it's blue sky. Well, actually, it's not. It's sort of it's sort of cloudy, whitish stuff. Whitish stuff. It's not completely blue sky, I suppose I should say. It's interesting to see at the top on YouTube how they seem to be getting the figures wrong now. They've got one person in and 3 thumbs up. I mean, how does that work? And usually when I finish the vlog and then I go onto YouTube, I'll do a quick check sometimes. I haven't done it today, unfortunately. I'll just bring it back round to me now. The figures don't seem right. It's like I got, say, 30 in the house, and then when I go on YouTube, it's got like 5. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I'm just trying to, I think what it is, the sun's glaring, that's it. So 13th today. Anyway, temperatures, I think I forgot the temperatures yesterday. Temperatures today are 16 in the shade. But I'll be honest, this morning, I mean, I didn't get up too early. The wife went out early, took Bonnie out for a walk. And it was, I think it was 5 or 7. Bit chilly that. And at the moment, we've got no wind or nothing. But even though it says it's 16, it does feel to me a little bit more chillier. I can see this afternoon when I go upstairs, I'll be putting the wood burner on. Because it's just, to me, I must have gone really soft now with this weather, because I know you guys, some of you poor guys are like -3, and I think Bruce was saying in Canada it was like -25, I think, something like that. I mean, God, I just can't imagine living in those sort of temperatures, even though obviously you're in the house, you've got the heating on, things like that, but that's cold. So, what have I got today? Oh yeah, yesterday, because I wasn't paying attention, the first person in yesterday was Michael Sharp. So you're the top man from yesterday, even though I said Martin was yesterday. So there you are. See, I do pay attention sometimes when I'm looking. Anyway, couple shout outs. Now don't forget, these shout outs are to do with my coffee fund. And the link for the coffee fund is just below this video, believe it or not. If you're watching me on, especially if you're watching me on your computer, maybe not so much on your phone or your iPad or even obviously the telly. I don't know how you do it on the telly, but there is a link to my coffee fund. Anyway, I got a couple of shout outs which I most appreciate, guys. One's from Steve. He's a top man, he knows he is. Really appreciated that, Steve. And then another one is from Maria. Top lady. It's nice to get a man and a woman contributing to my coffee fund. Most appreciated that. Anyway, Maria. Now, Steve didn't send me a message, other than he didn't send me a message. But it's always nice to get a message. Anyway, Maria said, coffee, thanks for the great videos and advice, hopefully buying on Camposol later in the year. So Maria, good luck. Have a good look around first. And I always mention, check out the area as well. Obviously have a good look around the properties. And yeah, wish you luck on your new adventure and living that dream. So, done my shout outs. I'll put on there as well about the weather, looking at my weather app, because I wanted to do some properties this week. Well, past week, I should say, but I didn't do any because it wasn't sunny. And I don't like doing property videos when it's sort of really dull and dismal. To me, it's not very appealing. You don't see place in the sun, do you? When it's pouring with rain. Anyway, I'm hoping next week I can do some properties. I've got quite a few properties to do, but looking at the weather, it ain't looking very good at the moment. So today's question is from Edward. And Edward, now I'm sure this has come up before. Anyway, Edward would say, would you consider having your pool heated as you could use it more? Good question, that, Edward. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put it around again, because I suppose in some senses it does look quite appealing today if I had my thermals on. But I would imagine that pool is probably about still 10. But to me, that's freezing. Even though I know there are some people on Camposol, Peter for one, he'd probably be in that, having a quick up and down. I think Cheryl's saying that she goes in the pool this time of year. I mean, God, I mean, to me, it's just too cold. And I met a guy, funny enough, I met him last night as well, John and Jill. They come from Scotland, and they bought a place last year, quite recently. And they've got they actually had one of those, to me it looks like an air conditioning machine, but it heats the water up. So all you high-tech people know what I'm on about. But anyway, they bought one of them, and what they do, they do put like a plastic cover over the water, and they were saying that their temperature was 28, which I thought, wow, that's amazing. So 28, you know, which is pretty average, I suppose. But to me personally, Edward, no. I mean, I ain't got that, you know, I suppose at the end of the day, it's all about what you can afford, isn't it? And I did ask John, because he's only just had it done, so it'd be interesting to see what his electric bill is. Because I know I asked Rob, you don't know Rob, but I know Rob, and Rob is telling me they had a hot tub. Now they moved, I think they've been over a year now. Time flies. Might be near 2 years, but no, they said when they moved into their property, they had a hot tub. And obviously, as always, when you first buy your place here, the whole family are on you straight away. Oh, we've got to visit you, free holiday. And they had a hot tub, and they found they used to leave the hot tub on, and it cost them an extra €50 a month. So it'd be interesting to see from John, and I'll let you know. I'll be seeing John next month on our Camposol Explorers trip, and he'd probably tell me what their bill is. And I suppose that's what it's all about, isn't it, Edward? It's all about, can you afford to heat your pool? They say it's pretty cheap, but they always say that, don't they? All these sales stuff say, oh yeah, it's going to cost you like 50 cents a day, when actually it's, you know, it might cost, I don't know. So I'm not going to, I mean, me personally, I can't afford to put in I wouldn't use it anyway. If you know me, you've watched my videos, I mean, I've been here 7 years now. And I think last year was the only year that I went in there for nearly 2 months. And that was really because of my hip. I know I should use it more. A lot of people do say they use the pool as a way of keeping fit. And that's very true. I think it's, especially for us old people, we can get in that pool, and it's good for your bones. But to me, it's all about looking at it. I would never, that's what to me it's about. To me, I would never afford a pool back in the UK. Even though it's an expense. We got a guy that comes in once a month, once a week, and cleans the pool for us. Now, when we first arrived here, Jan used to clean the pool. Obviously, that's where our money goes a little bit. We pay a guy to come in, because we're just too old. I ain't gonna do it, but Jan said she's had enough of it. So we got a guy who comes in once a month, and we pay about €53 for him. It all depends on the size of your pool. So the bigger the pool, the bigger expense. And obviously you got the electric pump. Now I've turned off the pump, and I did notice a difference in our electric bill, because we turned the pump off, and we made a bit of a saving. So that's the sort of thing you got to think about. You know, it is, having a pool is an extra cost. But I'll be honest, guys, if you're thinking about moving to Spain and you got some money, obviously, you're not living on a budget sort of thing, and you're looking at property, and you're looking at a property that hasn't got a pool, then you do think it looks empty in the garden without a pool. And then you got to think about if it hasn't got a pool, the cost of having a pool put in. And then you're going to say, how much does it cost to have a pool put in? Now, when we first arrived there 7 years ago, it was about 10 grand. Now, I hear now we're talking about 20 grand to have a pool, you know, an average size pool put in. So that's something else to think about if you are buying a property and you've got a bit of land, the added expense. So if it's got a pool, obviously you got the other thing you got to look at with a pool, have the tiles come off, because then that means you might have to retile it, re-grout it. And obviously another thing, I think since we've been here, we've changed the pump twice. Yeah, we've had a few issues with the pump, obviously, so that's another added expense. So it's something to think about when looking at property. Obviously, I mean, another good thing, I mean, you will see a lot of places, especially on the Place in the Sun, where they got like a communal pool, but then don't forget you'll be paying a community fee. Now, some places it's not very much. I mean, they never mention the community fee prices. I do wonder why they don't, because I think, you know, it'd be helpful for people that are buying a property, the added expenses. And I was chatting to a guy a while ago on one of the golf resorts. He wasn't only just paying a community fee, he was also paying, Angela's just popped in there, he's also paying a maintenance fee. So he had a community fee, a maintenance. Now, it sounded like with the maintenance fee, it's to do with, if you live on a complex, you're going to find that all the properties are either white, yellow, pink, brown, whatever, and you have to have them painted. And you can't paint it yourself, you can't do it yourself, you have to be part of the community. So something worth checking also with the agent when you're looking at property, just to say, one, has it got a community fee with it? Now, here on Camposol, we haven't got a community fee. Now, I've got a question coming up in a couple of weeks talking about that. Will that happen? Because we're in Spain. It's going to, I mean, I think Camposol's like over 20 years old now. They've been on and on about this community fee. Some areas on Camposol that got private villas, the Monsoras, they got their own community fees. But most of the Camposol that's built by Massa haven't got a community fee to pay. Whereas you go on the country club, you got a community fee depending on the size of your plot. And it's the same with the Condado, you got a community fee. Now, I'm not sure, even on the Condado, I think it's just a community fee. The maintenance fee, which I'm talking about, is the painting fee. I think at the moment it's up for the people themselves to sort out. But I did see, I was reading a report the other day about, they're on about maybe they might be bringing out, they're trying to find a painter that would take on the whole complex. But anyway, that's something else in another video. So, that's it today. Don't forget tomorrow, guys, it's the Free Sticker Sunday. We had a lot of people last week. I think we had over 32 that got it correct. I haven't gone yet, Jazz. I'm still babbling. And don't forget, tomorrow we're back to normal tomorrow, because I've got none of the car bumper stickers now, so you're back to the original stickers, and it will be just one person that will be picked on Monday. So don't forget so also, don't forget, you only get a notification if you're a subscriber. So if you subscribe to the channel, what I try and do on a Sunday is give you 5 or 10 minutes before we go live. That's all right, Jazz, but I'll do it in a minute. Yeah, I'll try and give you 5 or 10 minutes so you get a notification, and then you can whack in there free stickers. Now, it's no good putting Free Stickers Sunday after I've done the live vlog down in the description, because you're not counted. You've got to do it on the live vlog. And like, I think it was Clive the other day that I've got your address now, but I think, oh yeah, I won't be posting it till Monday now, Clive. So you've got 2 weeks from next week. Anyway, I'm going to go now, so, because it's cold. Anyway, adios amigos. I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a fantastic weekend. And yeah, catch you tomorrow. I might be on early.